just going to record it with video. Okay, you there?
Yeah.
So this is Dave Kahn with XMD, Northwest, Olympia, Washington. I'm here with Nick from Vattnet Viskar. How you doing there, Nick?
Not bad. How about you, Dave?
Pretty good, brother. So we were just talking about the weather and stuff, and you were saying it's pretty humid.
Yeah.
It's
A
amazing with this weather
little
that we're
gross
getting
out today,
across the
but
United
a
States.
good problem to have.
So, you guys have a new album coming out.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's called Settler. It's coming out, I think, June 16th here in the U.S. It's a little bit of a progression from the last album. We had a lot more time to kind of like get everything organized and everything this time, like really sit down with the songs and stuff like that. And I think we put together a pretty decent one this time. I'm really happy with it.
So you guys released the a video, Impact. And what's the response you're getting from it?
It's pretty good. You know, it's like that's probably one of the faster-paced songs on the album. But yeah, it seems we're getting overall pretty good response from all the new stuff. I think we just played down in Maryland the other day at the Death Fest, and seemed to go over pretty well there. So looking forward to the actual release, you know.
Yeah. So how did that fest go? I mean, with the way that the weather is across the United States, as we can all tell, we're having some really outrageous weather for 2015. So was there a big draw?
Man. It was awesome, actually. Luckily, the weather was great for the whole fest, I think. We missed the first day, but I'm pretty sure it was good then, too. But, yeah, I mean, besides the fact that you're, like, standing outside in a parking lot in the beating sun most of the time, no complaints, you know, no rain or anything.
Yeah, very true, very true. I've been to a few of the Mayhem Fests and a few of the other big fests where it's just pouring down rain. It definitely makes it for an interesting show.
Yeah, for sure. Nice and muddy and everything.
So, I see that you guys are planning a tour, I believe, coming up.
Yeah, starting, it's actually, I think, Saturday. We're leaving to go back down to Baltimore again, starting with 1349 and Necrophagia, going out for most of June. And then we're having a month off, and we'll be out on the road again in August, too. So hopefully be keeping pretty busy for the coming months, you know?
Yeah, I believe you guys are here on June 10th. I believe I'll be seeing you in person, actually.
Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what day we're there off the top of my head, but it sounds about right.
It's June 10th. I believe you're at Studio 7, and
cool.
Which is a really cool place.
Nice. Yeah, we're looking forward to this one.
Back. You're at Club Sir.
Oh, yeah, that's
really
right.
Good place.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So, what are your guys' goals with this album this year and touring? I mean, are you guys looking to tour all of 2015, or?
I mean, we're kind of like, we love being out on the road. Like I said, we got home yesterday from Death Fest, and I'm already like itching to get back out. Like just be sitting around here, just being bored. So yeah, I mean, we already got those couple tours lined up, and hopefully many more to come. Obviously, we'd love to try to get over to Europe at some point too, but we'll see what happens with that.
So let's talk a little bit about the recording process. You know, there's a lot of young bands nowadays that are doing, as we all know, they're all doing DIYs. And I try to recommend that they actually go into an actual studio and learn it and have someone that knows what they're doing instead of just trying to do it all on a computer. Where do you stand on something like that?
I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, I think for if you're cranking out a demo or a small EP or something like that, I mean, you got to start somewhere. And you don't have any money. Like, I understand. Like, we did our demo just like upstairs in my house, just because studio is pricey and you don't have any income coming in from the band. It's tough. But yeah, once you're doing like a real album or something, like it's definitely if you want it to sound good, you have to go to a studio. Like, there's no way to get the same quality, really, you know? Like, it's amazing, like, when you work with a producer who just, that's all they do, like, watching just, like, how fluent they are with Pro Tools or, you know, whatever program they're using, and just having that outside ear to, like, listen to your songs and put their input into it and say, oh, you know, hey, maybe you guys could add a guitar harmony here or add a synth bar here or something, you know. It makes a huge difference in the long run.
So let's do a little guitar tech and you know, and little music tech. So what is it that you're playing through and to get your sound as solid as you have?
Right now, I actually just kind of switched up amps for this whole cycle. I think it sounds like way closer to the album sound. I'm using an orange OR50 head through two Emperor cabs. I know that company is like defunct now, but Emperor 212s. And I love it. Like, I can't, anytime I use the head through different cabs, I can, like, never get it quite as dialed in. Like, it's just those speakers in that thing, just amazing. And then for guitar, I'm using an LTD Eclipse 1000 with one of those awesome Evertune bridges on it. It's, like, my favorite thing at the moment.
So, okay, that's interesting. What's your influences for this album that really helped you guys push to strive to write something so solid?
I think, like, you know, we always have the black metal influence in there, and I mean, we kind of there are definitely some parts on this album that they wouldn't have made it onto the last album just because we just didn't think it fit or whatever, but we kind of gave ourselves a little bit more free rein this time to work some of the other influences in, and like I personally have been listening to, you know, a ton of just like grunge stuff, you know, and I think a little bit of that like worked its way in there, a little bit of the griminess of that, but overall, I mean, just we have a huge range of influences between all the band members, so it's nice to like let everyone kind of put their own footprint on it.
So who's some of your biggest influences throughout your time?
Man, for metal, like when we started with this, it was a lot of the black metal bands from around your area. Actually, all the like Wolves in the Throne Room and all that stuff was like definitely like the starting like influence for this band. But now it's kind of like gone out a little bit more. Like I've been listening to the new Behemoth album a ton, or newest Behemoth album again. And honestly, even stuff like Deftones and shit like that. Like I like really mixing it up, you know. I can only listen to so much like super aggressive stuff every day, so it's nice to like mix it up.
Isn't it ironic, the heavier we write, the softer the music we seem to listen to more?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'd say, like if you get in our tour van any point, like there's probably not metal on. It's probably you know something else. Just 'cause like, all right, we just played a show listening to 5 metal bands. Like I don't really want to listen to more of that right now.
Yeah, I'm finding myself, you know, me personally being, I'm 46. I've been doing it since I was 13 years old, in and out of the music industry, and I'm finding myself as I get older listening to more softer rock, more country. Even starting to listen to a little more pop, getting a laugh out of them. Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to just have like music it doesn't take as much energy to listen to, I think, you know, like just nice to have some like a hook, you know, or something.
So, I seen that you worked with Josh Graham again on this video that you guys just released, Impact. What's it like to, you know, to work with him again doing this?
He's been great. Like it's like he did the album cover also, and it's just like it's really nice to work with someone who obviously, I mean, first off, he like worked with Neurosis forever, which is like one of definitely a big influence on us. Like they're one of the sickest bands around, but just he's so into it. Like whatever you're working with him, you know, like he totally like takes it on as his own project, which is awesome. Like I think that is a huge like advantage to have, just instead of just, you know, here's a check, just make something for us, you know. So we're actually probably going to be working with him either later next month or sometime in July or something to get an actual like you know, live footage video out and stuff like that too. So looking forward to that.
So you know, it's a touchy subject right now with a lot of what's going around here in the United States with a lot of the attacks on police brutality, and now it seems like more and more Americans are starting to pull together and say that it's not just one life that matters, it's all lives. Where do you guys stand on it? Because you guys are over there on the East Coast where you guys have had a lot of that, you know, being a touring band, you're going to be going in and out of a lot of these cities that are having these issues.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like we're all definitely like, I mean, it bums us out anytime we see anything like any of that crazy shit happen. Like it's not like, you know, like I said, we were just in Baltimore, you know, and it's very clear that there's like this divide, you know. But yeah, I mean, how can you not like of course, like all lives matter, you know. We can't. It's not our place to say that, you know, to like put someone else above another person, you know.
That's a really good, solid way to look at it. Do you guys fear going into any of these towns, you know? I mean, with the way that things are going right now?
Not really. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of you get a range of reactions throughout the band. Like some will be more concerned or whatever, but personally, I'm not really worried about it. Like, there's bad parts of every city. You just got to kind of just be aware of that. If you're going into one of those rough areas or something. But for the most part, I mean, if you're playing like a decent club, like you're probably fine, you know, just keep an eye on your trailer maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think that's one of the things I love about us metalheads is our clubs, they're usually dive bars, they're dive clubs, they're not something where the normal people want to go in the first place.
For sure, you know, yeah. So that's what I say, like, you know, people make a big deal about going into, like, you know, some of the cities or the rough parts of the cities. Like, you don't understand. We do this in almost every city, you know. It's like we're not, like, playing, you know, in freaking House of Blues in every city or something.
Right. So when you guys are out on tour, what's some of the best things that you really love to do when you meet fans? Do you like to hang out, you know, like Joey Belladonna of Anthrax? You go to any of his shows, he's out there at the merch booth or he's out in that crowd just talking and hanging out. What do you like to do?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we definitely love to hang around and talk to people and stuff. Like, I think that's a very important part, especially for a band our size, you know, like just trying to just be amicable with people and, you know, kind of connect with them on a little bit of a more personal level maybe, you know. I mean, if you have a decent conversation with someone, they're probably bound to remember that, you know, and maybe they'll spread the word about the bands too, you know. But we've been really lucky, like, met a lot of, like, really cool people through just hanging out at shows and stuff like that. But yeah, we're always around. I guess there's, like, you know, there's always the odd show where you're just exhausted and just want to hang out, you know, out back or something. But 90% of the time we're up there just shooting the shit with people. So
can we expect some kind of stage antics on this tour, or are you guys going to be that true Vattnet, you know, where you guys are just all about the music on stage and just rip everybody's soul right out of them?
I mean, we usually try, like, I would say we always try to keep it, like, high energy. We don't really have, like, a stage, like, show or anything for this one, just because, you know, we're being the opening band on the tour. I kind of feel like you can do stuff, but it's a lot harder because you're kind of trying to, like, make everything quick. And it's not, like, our tour, per se, you know. I don't like to... You know, I'm just like, oh, we're here to open and get everyone primed for the next couple bands and stuff like that. And so, yeah, just hammer away, just put as much energy and passion into it as we can, you know, hopefully impress some people that way.
So, have you toured with 1349 before?
We haven't.
So what are you kind of hoping for with this? Because, I mean, these guys are one of the most brutal bands around.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, yeah, it's kind of a nice mix, right? So, like, it's going to be interesting for sure, you know? I mean, I'm sure some of the people will not dig us, but some of them can. I was just saying the other day, like, you know, I'm so much happier to play, like, metal shows instead of, like, kind of, like, cool, hip metal shows, because the fans are so much more into it, and you can, like, you just draw off that, you know, like, you get, you know, if there's only 10 people up front or whatever that are into it, headbanging to the music, that makes you play better, you know. So it's like, I think it'll be really good. I think they'll probably draw exactly the type of crowd that like I prefer to play to. So.
Right on. Well, you know, I know you got time. You got a lot of interviews you guys got to do. You got a great public. You know, Nikki Law's great person to work with, and I know
she's the best. You guys
packed. I definitely am looking forward to seeing you at Club Sir here in Seattle on June 10th, and meeting you finally in person.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to it too.
Just don't be shocked with the big fat guy that walks in to do a video interview with you.
No problem, man.
But once again, let's go ahead and, like you said, this album is called Settler. It releases, I believe you said the 16th here in North America.
That's it.
And June 29th, I believe, in Europe, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, you know, Nick, I can't wait to see you guys in a couple weeks. And thank you for your time, man. And I can't wait, man. Thanks again for, you know, doing this interview. And
of course, man. No, thank you. It's been fun.
Thanks, Nick, and I will see you soon, brother.
All right, later, man.
Bye.